Let's talk about black-on-black violence.
Adolescents with Smith & Wesson's weapons, having no ghetto blocks. He kill you when they kill them, but when is it gonna stop?
The outrage that I have is in the lack of really the national attention to what is an epidemic of crime in the black community, committed largely by blacks.
Brothers and sisters, America has hundreds of satellites all across the globe that can spot a penny on the ground from space, but they can't stop these guns and drugs from coming into our streets. We would be fools to believe this.
It's time now for some tough love on the subject.
Whoop your kids, 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 whoop your kids.
Someone on another network got the chance to go first.
I whoop my kids' ass if they talking loud. I whoop my kids' ass if they smell like loud. I whoop my kids' ass if they try to bang or pop that thing. Put someone in pain.
He's got a point. In fact, he's got more than a point.
Here's some advice I'm gonna give to you. You better whoop your kids before they whoop you.
He is right about that too.
The reason there is so much violence and chaos in the black precincts is the disintegration of the African American family. Raised without much structure, young black men often reject education and gravitate towards the street culture, drugs, hustling, gangs. Nobody forces them to do that. Again, it is a personal decision.
Black people, if you really want to fix the problem, here's just 5 things that you should think about doing. Here's number 5. And if this doesn't apply to you, if you're not doing this, then it doesn't apply to you. I'm not talking about you. Here's number 5. Pull up your pants.
Why your pants sagging, boy? I see your drawers. And where your belt? Oh, it's on? Now take it off. See, I done told you once. And I done told you twice. You don't believe that meat greasy. You don't believe white on rice.
Some people, a lot of them black, gave me flack for saying that recently on the Wendy Williams show.
If you're sagging, it means, I think it's your self-esteem is sagging, and who you are as a person, it's sagging. Young people need to be taught respect, and there are rules.
Don't be running off at the mouth. Pull your goddamn pants up.
Sagging pants, whether it's Justin Bieber or no-name Derek around the way, walking around with your ass and your underwear showing is not okay. In fact, it comes from prison when they take away belts from the prisoner so that they can't make a weapon. And then it evolved into which role a prisoner would have during male-on-male prison sex. The one with the really low pants is a submissive one. You get my point?
I go to fucking him. You know what I'm saying? Slowly at first, you know what I'm saying, and try to loosen him up. And it was tight. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was definitely a virgin. He's groaning and, you know what I'm saying, moaning and telling me how it hurts. So, you know, I bag out a little bit. At this time, my dog, he at the door. You know what I'm saying? He's standing in front of the cell. So he's like, man, come on, man, goddamn. Go on, hurry up, man. I want to get straight too. I said, well, come on. I get up off of him.
I'm in the middle of it now. I'm there, so I can't welch out now. You know what I'm saying? I got to go through with it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like stuck there in here with him.
He greases himself up. He shows him no mercy. He fucks him for real.
Number 4 now is the N-word.
As a society, we've tried to ignore it, ban it, literally bury it.
The NAACP held this symbolic funeral for the N-word.
And we've perhaps added more gravity to the word just by refusing to say it.
For our generation, what we did was we took the word and we took the power out of that word.
Bullshit. We took this word and we made it into poetry.
Hospital tested, clinically proven bullshit.
I understand poetic license, but consider this.
It was said without thinking, painting an entire race with a single word. But it wasn't always a slur. Originally, the Latin niger just meant black.
Cock-a-doodle-doo, nigga. But at the dawn of America, Niger became Negar to describe some of the first shipments of African slaves.
What's your name? Kunta Kinte. My name is Toby.
Hi. That's a good nigger. And with slavery, the word was contorted into its current, dark, degrading, hateful insult for African Americans.
We are the Ku Klux Klan. We hate niggers. Look out, nigger. The Klan is getting bigger.
Over time, it has appeared in everything from ugly propaganda to cartoons to nursery rhymes. Eeny Meeny didn't always end with catch a tiger by the toe. It was tossed about casually in movies well into the 20th century, part of the way of life, but also sometimes to raise consciousness.
You nigger lover.
And in the civil rights era, the stigma came to a head. Author James Baldwin in the 1963 documentary Take This Hammer.
We have invented the nigger. I didn't invent it. White people invented it.
In the 1970s emerged a new willingness to explore the impact of the word and even satirize it.
And isn't it a lovely morning? Up yours, nigger.
If you two ever really started going at one another, inside of 5 minutes, he'd be calling you.
Don't say nigger.
It hardly disappeared in the 1980s and 90s, though white people rarely said the word publicly. Some black people did. A lot.
Black people, there's niggers. The niggers have got to go.
Straight out of Compton, crazy named Ice Cube. From the gang called niggas with attitudes.
Cause I never hesitate to put a nigga on his back.
I hosted a special on the N-word, suggesting that black people stop using it, and that entertainers stop deluding yourselves or themselves and others that you're somehow taking the word back. By promoting the use of that word when it's not germane to the conversation, have you ever considered that you may just be perpetuating the stereotype the masser intended, acting like a nigger? A lot of African Americans took offense to that too, and I wondered if I gave the right advice. I really did. But confirmation came the very next day on my way home when I exited the subway on 125th Street in Harlem. This little kid in a school uniform, no older than 7 years old, he was crying his eyes out as he walked down the sidewalk with his mother. I'm going to be honest here. She turned to him and she said, "I'm sick of you. You act like an old-ass man. Stop all that crying, nigger." Is that taking the word back? Think about that. Now, number 3, respect where you live. Start small by not dropping trash, littering in your own communities. I've lived in several predominantly white neighborhoods in my life. I rarely, if ever, witness people littering. I live in Harlem now. It's an historically black neighborhood. Every single day I see adults and children dropping their trash on the ground when a garbage can is just feet away.
Oh, we find all kind of debris. We find trash, we find underclothes, we find contraband. I'm a 50-year resident of the Inglewood community, and I know what the community used to look like. All these vacant lots, all these abandoned buildings. We are really concerned about what's going on in the Inglewood community.
10 community organizations participated in Greater Inglewood Unity Day. 18-year-old Kashawn Tanner picked trash out of weeds just down the street from his family's house.
Maybe we start making it look nice, people will be nicer.
I'm involved because I'm tired of the violence in Inglewood. It makes me feel happy. It feel like we actually coming together as one and help cleaning up.
Number 2, finish school. You want to break the cycle of poverty? Stop telling kids they're acting white because they go to school or they speak proper English. A high school dropout makes on average $19,000 a year. A high school graduate makes $28,000 a year. A college graduate makes $51,000 a year. Over the course of a career, a college grad will make nearly $1 million more than a high school graduate. That's a lot of money. And number 1, and probably the most important, just because you can have a baby, it doesn't mean you should, especially without planning for one or getting married first. More than 72% of children in the African American community are born out of wedlock. That means absent fathers. And the studies show that lack of a male role model is an express train right to prison. and the cycle continues. So please, black folks, as I said, if this doesn't apply to you, I'm not talking to you. Pay attention to and think about what has been presented in recent history as acceptable behavior. Pay close attention to the hip-hop and rap culture that many of you embrace, a culture that glorifies everything I just mentioned, thug and reprehensible behavior, a culture that is making a lot of people rich, just not you, and it's not going to. That said, though, the political right is not off the hook.
If conservatives are so concerned about black-on-black crime, it's a little concerning. The only time I hear them talking about it is when they want to stick it to the black community.
Y'all claiming Chirac, but it's Chi-Town. Windy City, my town. Born and raised on the south side. As a kid, played outside, played in the park, played with the neighbors, played against the ops and boxed the haters, played many sports on plenty courts. Shots fired on net scored. Live another day, just do it again. Walk around the block with a few of the friends, had no worries. Have mercy, cut the beef, cold turkey. Now shorties want to run around so thirsty. Hancock, but don't know Herbie. Now John Dirty is now John Doe, and bodies keep falling like snow flurries. So here's a clue to you Ku Klans, the modern day KKK. Kids killing kids every day, sprayed. White sheets on that layaway, and you gotta respect those who paid away. Made a way for you to later say there's a greater way, but you pay to play when you take them shots and fade away. I came to say, ceasefire, y'all killing children. It's a shame to say y'all keep fine, they building prisons. And the lames who say keep quiet, they tired of listening. Are the same today when the heat rise, their lives a victim. Call me Mr. Club Banger, don't get it twisted, slugs in the banger. And I keep it in the crib just in case I gotta put it in the mug of a stranger. And I'm just saying, the smile on my face don't mean I'm playing. Chi-Town, Chirac, you can call it what you want, but I won't shot back.
And that's today's No Talking Points.
Legends of Chicago, hip hop.
Time's running out.
Yo, parents, what's up? It's Sugar D, aka the Angry Black Man, and I'm dropping knowledge straight from my mouth to your ear. You know, we took prayer and corporal punishment out of our schools, and we have created a generation of disillusioned, disrespectful, dangerous doodle heads, and they're terrorizing our neighborhoods and streets. You know, we gotta stop letting the government tell us how to be parents. Stop trying to be your kids' friends. Pick that belt up and whoop them kids.
Whoop your kids, 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 whoop your kids.
Did I tell your mother ass about coming in late? Get them dishes, take out the garbage, go and grab that goddamn rake. You made a mistake if you think I wasn't gonna beat that ass. Your teacher called, she said that you've been cutting class. Don't close no door in my house, don't be running off at the mouth. Pull your goddamn pants up, looking like a sloppy slouch. You tinsel pal, I'ma pull it out and I'ma handle biz. It's your boy Raheem, man, I'm whooping kids.
I whoop my kids' ass and I beat them too. Cause I'm my kids' dad and I feed them too. If they don't do what I ask and what I need them to, see I'm the type to handle mine, make sure I see it through. So whoop your kids' ass, that's what you need to do. Especially if they being bad and you got a reason to. It's not a crime to keep them in line when needed to. Cause I whoop mine, it's working out fine, so indeed should you. Whoop your kids, whoop your kids, whoop your kids. Whoop your kids, 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 whoop your kids. Why your pants sagging, boy? I see your drawers. And where your belt? Oh, it's on? Not taking off. See, I done told you once. And I done told you twice. You don't believe that meat greasy. You don't believe white on rice. Now there's consequences. Some tough love. You say I'm doing too much. That's cause you don't do enough. And parents always ask me why I look so serious. Cause if you smoke with them and toast with them, you don't whoop your kids.
I whoop my kids' ass if they talking loud. I whoop my kids' ass if they smell like loud. I whoop my kids' ass if they try to bang or pop that kids before they whoop you.
Whoop your kids. 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 Whoop your kids.
Kids acting too damn grown, man, whoop them kids. Kids wanna talk back, man, whoop them kids. Kids ratchet and disrespectful, man, whoop them kids. Your kids getting froggy Kermit, man, I'ma whoop your kid. Spare the rod, spoil the kid, that's what y'all did. Now little Ray Ray's indicted on a 10-year bid. Y'all ask about forgiveness, I say good riddance. Did y'all really see what little Ray Ray did?
Okay, this the real reason it's about their upbringing. Grab a better stitch and cool, stick and start swinging. No one else better ride. Ignore the government, they can't tell you how to raise your kids. You the parent. When they step out of line, when they get out of pocket, whoop that ass good until they learn to stop it. Okay, their feelings hurt. So what? 'Cause they still love you. If you ain't gon' whoop your kids, then I'ma have to do it for you.
Whoop your kids. 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 Whoop them.
Whoop your kids. 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 Whoop your kids.
Brothers and sisters, America has hundreds of satellites all across the globe that can spot a penny on the ground from space, but they can't stop these guns and drugs from coming into our streets. We would be fools to believe this.
Shots are fired in Chicago's South Side, injuring 7 people overnight.
People just ducking, running in each other, falling on top of each other. You know, horrifying scene.
This our town, never shot rap. Real round speeders, we don't embrace that. How could you run up on your brother with a strap? And you would dare take it to the street like that. Clickety clack, famine black. Beautiful car stretch 100 blocks. Dead purple brother looking just like you. How the hell they gonna be a op? You brainwash, hip hop to the rescue though. Armed with the knowledge of the serious flow. Going through the fire, but I burn no. Like shot, drag, meat shack in the bin to go. Programming the youngins, how the game go. Sex, drugs, and not a gang though. And not a pimp or hoe. But think about it, Joe. Why the always gotta be the topic though? They wanna send you off. Put you in the zone with Kalashnikovs. How the hell you get that in the hood? I don't know, somebody dropped it off. But it ain't no coincidence. Every single day shooting incidents. Robbing little shorties of the innocence. No repercussions, no consequence. Gorillas coming out of the mist. And everybody got banana clips. Ready to peel the cap back and that's whack and never get who they trying to hit. This real spit that I'm hawking up, I hope you feel that. Take a stand with me, this ain't overseas. And declare we take a shot back.
Shot back. Shot back. Shot back. It ain't called shot back.
That's right.
Kill that noise. We're Illinois, not killing noise. Let's go.
Y'all claiming Chirac, but it's Chi-Town. Windy City, my town. Born and raised on the south side. As a kid, played outside. Played in the park, played with the neighbors. Played against the ops and boxed the haters. Played many sports on plenty courts. Shots fired on net scored. Live another day, just do it again. Walk around the block with a few of the friends. Had no worries. Have mercy. Cut the beef, cold turkey. Now shorties wanna run around so thirsty. Hancock, but don't know Herbie. Now John Dirty is now John Doe. And bodies keep falling like snow flurries. So here's a clue to you Ku Klans. The modern day KKK. Kids killing kids, everyday spray. White sheets on that layaway. And you gotta respect those who paid away. Made a way for you to lay to say there's a greater way. But you pay to play when you take them shots and fade away. I came to say, ceasefire, y'all killing children. It's a shame to say y'all keep fine, they building prisons. And the lames who say keep quiet, they tired of listening. Are the same today when the heat rise, their lives a victim. Call me Mr. Club Banger, don't get it twisted, slugs in the banger. And I keep it in the crib just in case I gotta put it in the mug of a stranger. And I'm just saying, the smile on my face don't mean I'm playing. Chi-Town, Chirac, you can call it what you want, but I won't shot back.
18-year-old student athlete. He was one of the 25 people who were victims of gunfire over this past weekend.
Michael Flournoy was shot after an argument. This was in the 1000 block of East Mountain.
You say Chirac, I say bump that. I'm tired of the homicides, we need the streets back. This drill and trap rap, the movement been hijacked. 30 poppers and choppers, then replace boots and backpack. Ain't nobody got time for that. Shorties can't play no more. No conflict resolution, so you let the football blow. Adolescents with Smith and Wesson's weapons, testing no ghetto blocks. He kill you when they kill them, but when is it gon' stop? Turn them down for wood. Yeah, you get it cracking, but in the end, ain't nobody happy for gatness. Yeah, this legend snapping. Cause often I see coffins and funeral lines, bodies in creeks like Dawson. Lost and turned out, Molly they leaned out. Tired of turning on the news, seeing distressed out. Mama scream and shout, but the day is a new day. The legends of Chicago hip hop got something to say.
If you ask me, legends, it's a suicide. 1,000 got shot, 500 died. The news don't lie, watch 7905. Stop the violence, put your gun down, youngster. Don't let the city turn you to a monster. Cause if we stop the violence and you stop the silence, anything, legends, we can conquer.
Yo, man, I don't understand this, man. Chi-Town, man, we losing our minds, man. They done turned Chi-Town to Chirac. We gotta take Chi-Town back, you dig? None of this madness, man. I'm from the city of Lynn.
I said Moja means unity. Stop the violence, increase the peace. Stand together in a fight for life. I'm gonna need your help for this. The legends of Chicago hip-hop movement, bringing peace and community improvement. Acts of charity, good deeds in hip-hop. Keepers of history from the end to the stop. Open call, all legends must play a part. When you give a piece from your heart. We're marching to Zion in the shot. We don't want our own children to die. Support the peace hip-hop movement now. Support the peace hip-hop movement now. Support the peace hip-hop movement now. And save a child.
Yeah. A lot of problems evolving, and to solve them we need your involvement. Not the calling of halls and departments, but to start how we fall where we all live. So before they call a National Guard in, initiate martial law where we walled in. Instead of shooting up the park where we ball in, the legends been calling to keep the hood from falling.
Ceasefire, our streets are dying. If I can make a difference, I'm gonna keep trying. You see the block is hot, cause the world is cold. It's like a world of foes out to win a world of souls. Yeah, we must stop the violence. There's too many gunshots, clocks and sirens. Everyday funerals, can't stop crying. So light is in the air, let's pray that crime ends.
Man, we gotta bow down and pray today, cause this is serious, man. You know, for the kids, man, we need kids for the future. Who else gonna give me my social security, you know what I'm saying? If you don't care, Obama care. And if you ain't listening, you gonna be living in them prisons, you hear me? Check.
It's my belief that hip-hop beats with positive rhymes take back these streets. But you best believe it takes more than me. It's gonna take you and our communities to stand up, shout out, and make some noise. It's all about saving little girls and boys. Each one teach one, so each one reach one. Pick up a book and put down the handgun. People, let the madness cease. Stop the violence and increase the peace.
13 shots in the park after dark. Ruthless marks with no heart, gotta stop. What will it take you to make a decision? What you gotta come up missing or prison? It's like you got a death wish, just selfish. And once you come out the joint, what you left with? Question is it worth it? For your mother to attend another funeral service? My city, Chi City. But too many die in my city. You're giving us a bad rap, the new murder cap. They got the whole world calling us Chirac. We need Novocaine just to numb the pain. You love making dollars, but afraid of change. And it's getting so drastic. Gallons gotta drive through to view remains and caskets. Legends are here, legends are here, legends are here to speak life and light in your ear. Now tell me if you hear me. The release of the legend Chi Peace Symphony.
It was a violent weekend in Chicago as shootings left 8 people dead and more than 40 injured since Friday night.
No mother should have to experience the unbearable pain of losing their child to senseless violence. Today it was my son, tomorrow it could be yours. Let's get proactive and stop the violence.
It's time for a new movement. A new movement in Chicago hip-hop. Something new.
Marcus Messiah Garvey had something he said. He said, we will not make change until our backs are against the wall. Our backs are against the wall now. This is a serious thing, man. We have a proclamation for this city, a peace proclamation, and we had signed. This proclamation lets organizations charter under it so that we can create programs and different things for young people through hip-hop culture. We're the answer.